what has been your experience with toxic relationships in the past? It's a saucy ass topic.
The right person to ask, I reckon. But like, which one do you want me to explain?
Do you believe that you can meet the right person at the wrong time in life? Do you believe that exists?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, wrong. Okay, wait. The right person in the wrong place or the wrong time?
I feel like you can meet the right person, but it's the wrong time in your life when you should be meeting them.
That's correct.
Because you're not ready, either mentally, you're mature, like you haven't settled down, like you haven't realized who you are yet. You haven't built yourself up yet.
Yeah, definitely.
So like you haven't got to that point in life. They're at this point, you're at this point.
Yeah.
But when you meet them at that point where they are, but like at a different time, I feel like that's a time when you can come together and you'll actually match.
Yeah, I agree.
But then what happens if you meet them too soon? Then what do?
You let go, and if it's meant to be, I think fate will bring you together.
That's true. I feel like that's true.
Yeah. Like, I've had relationships where I've tried twice.
Yeah.
In a matter of few years apart.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I've learned recently is if it doesn't fit into your lifestyle at that time, you just need to let go. You can't fight for it, especially from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, later on, if you're in a relationship down the track in a year or two, if like hurdles come, obviously you fight it together.
Yeah.
But if it's the first 1 month, 2 months, it shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't.
No.
Because then you know it's like it's not meant to be kind of thing, right?
That's exactly
But then
right.
There's also like early triggers of like red flags that I notice. Like, I don't know, some people get too love like happy straight away, and they give too much, and when they give too much, it's also a bad quality to have. Like, I have that too. I give too much too quick because you get excited, right? But it's also we need to slow things down, because when you do that, I think it just makes someone overwhelmed, or like they take sometimes advantage of the situation, you know.
Yes, 100%.
But then there's also like early signs of red flags that you can see, like when they're asking too many questions that don't need to be asked. Like, you know,
if you don't get caught into your emotions, I think you will see everything.
Yeah.
Everything, whether it's red flags, green flags, you know, I think you will know if you don't get caught into your emotions, though.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of people, like myself, rush into relationships because they're either vulnerable, they've either got something that's missing from their childhood that they're covering, like daddy issues.
Yeah.
As for guys, I believe that they're in a search for a good woman these days.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
And when they find it, they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but it's the generation we're living in. And I believe that finding humanity in people is getting harder and harder.
What are the three toxic traits that you've dealt with like recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
Stalking.
Oh yeah, it's really toxic. Yeah.
Mental abuse.
Yeah.
And a man making a woman lose their self-confidence because they don't have confidence in themselves.
Yeah, that's a big one. Because a lot of men do that so they can take control of the woman.
Yes.
Mentally.
Yes,
and that's
definitely.
really bad, because you know how long it takes for a woman to get that confidence back? 5 times longer than it took to lose it.
I'll tell you.
It takes a long time.
Because it took me a while to find my what's that word? Femininity?
Feminine energy?
Yes.
Like yourself? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've had to, you know, provide for myself like a man.
Yeah.
Had to do everything, even when I had a man in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You still had to do it.
Yeah. So I found myself being masculine.
Yeah.
Until I went to Thailand.
Yeah.
And I seen different kind of cultures there.
Yeah.
And like I seen how a woman should be treated.
Yes. That's
you know?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because you know what, the right man, that's matured intellectually, and properly been through a lot of experience and learned himself, will step into a relationship, and the woman will automatically become feminine. Like her energy will come out because
Definitely.
he will take control of the situation, not in a controlling way, but in a way of like dominance.
Yes.
In leading the relationship.
Yes.
And being like, babe, I got this. I'm gonna look after the house, the bills,
You're
this,
safe.
that. You're safe
That's
with me.
it.
Whatever you need, I got you.
That's
and
it.
like he'll automatically do that, and she'll feel that, and then the roles will be certain like set.
100%.
You know?
Even if they can't cover the bills,
Yeah.
at least them saying, we got this.
Yeah.
We'll get through
Like
it.
no matter what happens, I got you.
Yeah.
That's a proper
We'll
like
get
dominant
through
man.
it. Yeah, that's
Dominant. I think society has taken dominance in the wrong way. They
Yes.
think dominance is controlling.
Yes,
No, that's not
that's
right.
exactly right.
Dominance is not controlling.
The thing is, they want to be a man when it comes to rules and like regulations.
Yeah.
But providing and making a woman feel like
comfortable,
a woman.
feel secure,
It's
feel
not
confident.
there.
A man's supposed to make a woman feel secure, confident, independent, like successful, everything beautiful. They're supposed to make a woman feel like that. And when a woman feels like that from a man, she feels safe and she feels like her energy comes out.
That's
and
it.
That's when
And
her true
she
self
needs
comes
to
out.
do her duties as a woman.
As a woman, right? Yeah.
If she's not then a man has every right
Yeah.
to be like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm providing,
I'm putting
I'm
in.
showing you,
Yeah.
I'm making you feel like you've got a man in your life.
Yeah.
You can't provide
Yeah.
me like a woman should provide me, and then they can walk away.
Yeah.
But in saying that, because the women have become as bad as the men.
That's the problem.
It might have stemmed from heartbreak from women, or a safe mechanism for them to keep themselves safe.
Yeah.
But
It's like a guard. They put up a guard where it takes a long time for women to let that guard down because they don't feel safe with men.
yeah,
Because of the manipulation, the control, like the hiding, like things, the secrets. They don't tell them the full story, and like after 6 months, they release all the information, and it's like all this, like you've built up this relationship,
don't even go there.
right? They cover everything, right, for the first 3 to 6 months,
Oh God, don't even go there.
and then you don't know what to believe after that.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly right. And not only believe, but like I'll tell you my case.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say you're
Yeah.
stupid,
Yeah.
but I'm a person that likes to give my all, whether that person deserves it or not. Because at least when I walk away,
Yeah.
I can be like, I tried my best.
You want to feel confident in yourself, knowing that I gave my all.
That's
and
why
that's my
I
all I
can
gave
turn my
you. That's
back
all I
and
can
like
give.
not feel
Yeah,
bad
not feel
at
bad.
all.
Yeah.
So basically, the society is just, again, you might get a lot of backlash from what I'm saying, but I believe that it's worse in Australia.
Oh, I think it is. Yeah. I think,
But
especially
again,
Sydney.
I don't blame the people. It is from experience and like how the women are, how men are.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
And it's very hard to find someone honest and genuine now. Very hard.
Imagine someone telling you when you meet them, they're 36, and you believe it because they look it, and then having to find that their real age is 24 because you were helping them trying to look like see their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand why people have to make their life harder.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You like me as I am,
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm here. If you don't,
Take it or leave it.
yeah, there's plenty of fucking fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For me and you.
You just have to find what you get along. Like,
Yeah.
because think about it. You're going to be married for the rest of your life. Obviously, like you've had your family, right? Already, you built your family up. But you're going to be married for the rest of your life. So you have to figure out if you want that now or later, and whether you're going to commit now or later. When is your time you're going to commit?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to keep going into shallow relationships and not committing, you're wasting not just your time, but their time. And it's not
That's
fair.
exactly right.
It's not fair. So,
That's exactly right.
do you know what I mean?
Like my recent, would you like me to
Yeah,
share it?
yeah.
My recent experience was I started speaking to a male, and he was giving his all,
Yeah.
and I just thought, even though he had the wrong wrong path in life, doing the wrong things, I thought to myself, this is the problem again with me, thinking I can fix everybody.
Yeah.
He was making me feel like a woman and making me feel safe. So I said to him, I'm not happy with what you do, but as long as you work on trying to change that. And anyway, I stated to that person that I'm not ready for a relationship. You know, I don't know what, like right now, I'm not ready. Anyway, it was, you know, treating me well, insisting, you know, not really insisting, but making me feel comfortable enough to be like, stop dating like 3 people.
Yeah.
Stick with one and see how you go. So I committed to him and I told him this. The moment I committed to him and I stated that to him, it was a full 360.
Yeah?
Yeah, a full 360.
Yeah.
You know, and it was all about that person. And I thought again, here I am losing myself again.
Yeah.
You know?
And then it happened all over again.
Yeah. So I was like, nah.
Sometimes it's best not to, like, it's good to communicate and tell people I'm going to commit myself to you. But then when you start seeing a change in them, that's when you be like, okay, I see something different. I'm gonna like gonna step back a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
and
because
no, there's
you know,
nothing different. I promise.
Yeah.
But a minute later,
you know what I've learned as well? They say like, don't listen to their talk, like what they say. Listen to their actions. The actions speak for their words.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%.
listen to their actions.
But words can manipulate some person.
Yeah.
Like not even a weak person, even a strong person.
Yeah.
You know, because those people still have trust in humans.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But I feel like we can't listen to what people say anymore.
Yeah,
because,
no.
You know, you can't.
No.
The actions are good enough to understand.
We're in the what can I say? Not generation, but I feel like everyone's vibe now around me is selfishness.
Okay.
And I do not blame them.
Yep.
Because I'm in the same boat.
Yep.
Selfishness. Even when it comes to my kids.
Yep.
It's all about me first.
That's
if
good,
I'm not alright,
that's good.
No one's alright around me.
Because you need to make sure that you're happy.
That's
you
right.
You have to work from within. You can't work from outside, right?
Yeah.
You have to be happy inside. You have to make sure you're happy first.
That's right.
Your kids are like first.
Yeah.
And then everything will come to you. You know the law of attraction, right? Like if you do like everything on the inside, everything will attract. You'll attract the right things, right? But if you go from the outside, the external, it'll be the wrong. Always the wrong things.
100%.
Always. You know.
They say you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And I believe in that so much.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know what's going on in someone's inside.
And how do you like deal with like your kids in sense of like your relationships? Do you expose your relationships at the beginning, or do you not let them in too much so they don't get too emotionally attached? How do you
know
deal with
what?
that?
I'll be dead set honest.
Yeah.
And it's probably wrong. But I do involve especially my son, which is 13 years old.
Yeah.
Into like what I'm doing in my dating life.
Yeah.
But I feel like because I need to get validation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
Like
okay.
I know as much as it's probably not damaging.
You want him
myself.
to like him.
Yeah.
And I feel because that's your son and he's like a male figure. He's the closest thing to you that's a male.
That's
so you want him to be like, I like him, mum. You know, he's cool.
That's exactly right. Get that confidence from a male figure in my life.
Yeah.
To be like, I
understand what you're saying. It's just you have to be kind of careful because at the same time, remember, you have to be happy, right? Because like if your son's not happy but you're happy, your son has to learn to be happy for you. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because your happiness comes first.
That's
the thing we do as humans that is wrong is look for everyone else to be happy before we're happy. So it's like, oh, I like him, but do you like him? Oh, I don't like him. It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't like him.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Like, I used to find myself not long ago again.
Yeah.
When I would meet someone, I would be like, even when it's an appearance, I would be like, I don't think my mum's gonna like his appearance. But for me, it wasn't the appearance that I liked anyway. It was the personality.
Exactly, because you don't know. Like your mum could like him, all right. You don't know. And like she hasn't met him. Like, because think about it, people have different personas when they're meeting different people, right? Not a bad thing. It's just adapting, right?
That's right.
She could meet him or he could meet her and be like, oh, he's a really nice guy. You know what I mean? So you don't know that. You can't kind of judge before something happens. Because if you judge,
sorry guys, I need it.
Just like check yourself. You can't kind of like, you can't judge because then you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
You have to let them like kind of be like let them see what they like about them.
Not even a mother or a father or daughter, son, sister, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I believe no one should judge another person
they shouldn't. No,
for what they're going through, because no one knows.
no, you don't know.
No one knows. You just need to be supportive.
Yeah,
And if it's a cycle where this person that you love is constantly doing the wrong thing, then you take a step back
Yeah.
and you let them deal with it and actually
Yeah.
realize, what's really happening.
yeah,
But I believe there's so many judgmental people out there
100%.
as well.
yeah,
Like, just life is so basic.
yeah.
So basic.
Life is simple, but like we complicate things.
Yes,
You know what I mean? And
yes.
like you were saying before, like how you were saying that, like, what were we saying? Like we try to make drama for our life when we don't need to, because we always want there to be some type of excitement. The human needs excitement to be,
Yeah.
like something, but it's like it's the wrong type of excitement.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
You don't need that type of
It's so
excitement.
draining.
Yeah, it's draining. It
Yeah.
takes your energy out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And you don't need that. You need to focus on your life, on your career, on growing your family, not on like the negative,
That's
There's too much negativity like in toxic relationships, and they need to communicate. You need to communicate as a couple to each other, and if there's no communication, then how can you grow?
Communication
How can you grow?
is so important.
They're like, oh, I was gonna tell you, but then it's like, no, it doesn't matter how bad it is. Talk, communicate, and then we can talk about it. Not instead of be angry about it.
That's
It's
exactly
better
right.
to talk than fight.
That's exactly right.
But you gotta.
And if you don't find yourself being able to have a conversation there and there,
Yeah.
give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Give each other a break.
Exactly.
Come back to it.
Come back to it. Go
and
for
if
a
you
walk.
start arguing again,
Yeah.
take a break.
Don't even go missing. Like some couples, they just storm out and go missing.
Yeah,
That's
nah.
the most like childish thing to do. It's immature because you're putting the other person in a position where they're like worried about you and like they're stressed and anxiety.
Insecureness.
You're
Insecureness.
putting too much tension on the
Yeah,
relationship. Be like,
that's
look,
it.
I need to go for a walk because I'm a bit heated right now. Communicate and then be like, I'll come back soon.
That's right.
Communicate.
That's
You know what I mean?
exactly right.
Like-
it's that simple.
It's that simple because we're not kids.
That's
We're not
exactly
teenagers,
right.
That's how
Yeah.
teenagers deal with stuff.
It's
you know?
common sense.
It is like.
Common sense.
And you were saying before, like, you try to change your partners. That's the biggest mistake I've made for all my relationships. I try to change the person, and you know what? You know why? Because we should change ourselves, not change the person. If you change yourself, then you'll find the person that's meant for you,
and not that you should not be you shouldn't have to change one person to be able to be with them.
No, 100%. No way.
Obviously,
They're not
the
meant for
right-
you
Yeah.
if you're trying to change them.
That's
And then
it.
there'll be someone they're not with, and then like what they're not happy with, and then they'll resent themselves and resent you.
That's exactly.
And then
right.
5 years later down the track, say for example you're married, it's like, oh, I'm not feeling this
Or
marriage
you have a-
anymore. Yeah, you have a kid.
kid.
But what happened? It's like, oh, I'm just being like the person you want me to be for the last 5 years. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me? It's like, because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And then
That's
you've had
right.
kids, you got a mortgage, why would you do that to someone?
that's
Just
right.
at the beginning,
That's
you
right.
know, communicate,
That's right.
you know?
And I believe, let's go into as far as marriages now.
Yeah,
I've got people, mostly men around me that are in marriages that insist on staying in the marriage because supposedly it's their kids,
that's another thing. Yeah.
and then they go sleep around with another female
Mm.
or be with another female.
Yeah,
Now, I believe that if it's true because it's your kids, I think if you're not happy in that relationship, you should leave.
100%. Like,
But if
shouldn't.
there's
Yeah.
some people that use it as an excuse.
They use it as an excuse.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Oh, I'm staying because of my kids, that's why.
Yeah,
You know? So, I believe,
I don't think,
the
like, I've got.
society, it's just so effed up right now. It
Yeah.
does in
I
Australia.
mean, I've got experience from certain family members that like they have kids and they find it hard to detach. But it's not the kids, it's the person you have to live with, you know? The kids will grow up 20, 30, 40, they'll move on and then you still want to be attached to that person.
That's-
What's the point? Then the kids are all going to be there forever.
my mum and my dad.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
But look,
you-
I would love a relationship like my mum and dad. Like
Yeah,
my
the
dad
old school
cheated on my mum several times.
yeah,
My mum's seen it, but she stuck through. But my dad also done what he needed to as a man. You know what I mean? I don't condone cheating, but
you know why cheating happens?
I was about to say
Tell me.
cheating stems from either the woman not making their man happy in every kind of aspect.
Every aspect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the man not doing what he needs to
Yeah,
in every
fulfilling.
aspect. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, there's obviously those odd ones
Yeah.
just do it for fun.
Yeah.
But most likely it's because
It gives
they're
them a rush.
missing
It
something.
gives them a rush. That's their rush, and they're looking for the rush in the wrong place in life.
That's
It
right.
means that they don't have any bigger goals that they're fulfilling. Like they're trying to chase and become better at themselves.
That's
so they're just looking for
exactly
the cheapest way of like getting an excitement hit. That's the cheapest way.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
And it's like with anything in life, people if people don't have goals and like dreams that they want to fulfill, they just like chase cheap like energy, like cheap like rushes like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's how it is, and like as humans, we just do that. Like if we can pay for
Definitely.
something real quick, oh yeah, that's a quick hit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But because the hard work is going to the gym every day for 2 years. You know what I mean? That's the
That's
hard
a
work.
good one.
That's the hard work. No one wants to do that. Everyone wants to go and get some liposuction or some lip injections
Hey,
or like
what's
this.
wrong with liposuction?
Listen, I'm just
What is he trying to say?
listen. I'm just stating.
What is he trying to say?
I'm just saying that everyone wants a quick fix.
I wanted a quick fix.
See?
No, in saying that,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, everyone wants a
what
quick
you're
fix.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
If they can have it tomorrow,
no one
they'll
wants
have-
to work.
no one wants to work for it.
hard for.
Do you want to work hard for $1 million a year? No. You want to have it like this. Like you just want to make that money.
You know
do
what? No, not at all. I believe in easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
But if you work for it, you're more, more.
You're more appreciative and grateful of it.
That's exactly.
Okay, if I gave you two options, I said there's two options. I'll either give you $1 million or I'm going to show you how to make $1 million, and within 3 months you'll generate $1 million every year for the rest of your life. Which one would you take?
Generate $1 million in 3 months. Definitely.
Yep.
The experience in life that I get in every kind of adventure or situation I've been in,
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
There you go.
Because it's made me who I
you
am.
are, right? Yes.
And I've made easy money.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
Easy money comes and goes.
the burden behind it
Yeah.
all is not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'd rather fight for it and dig for it and like sweat for that money.
Yeah.
Because I will appreciate it.
But like what you said, it makes you who you are.
Yeah.
It gives you the experience, the journey.
That's exactly
You learn from
right.
the mistakes you make.
So you can
grow.
continue making that.
Exactly.
You know
so
what
then
I
like
mean?
you learn from the mistakes and you're like, I'm not going to do that again, but I know to do that again.
Yeah.
Because if you jump the chapter, you're like, I don't know how I got here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Definitely.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
I want to say to you people
Yeah.
that is love yourself, know what you're worth, don't put up with bullshit, and the moment you see anything that does not fit well with you in a relationship, believe in your instincts, believe in your feelings,
Yep.
and just use your brain.
100%. And
It's
don't be
just that
scared.
simple.
Yeah.
Don't be, that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Because-
Don't be scared.
You know the problem is when you've been in a long-term relationship for more than 2 years, you're scared to be alone because you don't know what it feels like. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, what if I'm alone? I don't know what to do. It's like you do know what to do. Your human instincts will kick in, and things. I'll give yourself 3 months. Go to the gym, work out, eat healthy, find new friends, go out to social places, meet new people, and within 3 months you'll be like, oh, I feel like it never happened.
We were born on our own.
Yeah, exactly. And
We're
you'll
gonna die
Yeah, you're gonna say
on
that.
our own.
You know what I mean?
You'll get through it.
100%. It's not the end of the world.
No.
I've been in those type of situations. She's been in those type of situations. We're both in our 30s. Like,
Yeah.
we're both speaking from experience.
As a female and male.
Yeah, both sides. Like, so we've both been there. We've both done that. And I thought the same thing as well. I was like, I'm so, like, I don't want to be alone. But you don't think of it like that when you're single. You don't. You just think about yourself and growing and what can you do better for yourself.
That's it.
You look at all the things you can improve.
No
Because you're
one's
not,
gonna love you more than you love yourself.
exactly.
No one's gonna care
No
for
way.
you more than
No one.
you're gonna care for yourself.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and unfortunately, we're all like selfish.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to
But
go.
being selfish for yourself is a good thing. It's a healthy thing,
That's
right?
exactly right.
Not being rude to other people.
To make yourself a better person.
100%. You know,
That's it.
because you don't want to like grow yourself when you're like in a marriage. You want to work on yourself before you get to that point.
Yeah.
So you know you're intellectually mature and you know how to treat a woman or treat a guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was great.
It was awesome.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I'm a bit tipsy.
We're at Candy Saturdays tonight. It was a good
I
night.
did look at. As long as I didn't cry, it's
Yeah.
all
It's
good
all
in the hood.
All
The
right.
makeup's still on.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
No, thanks,
Thank you for your time.
Akaz. I love always speaking to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.